I'm taking the initiative for people to learn God, right? And one of the prerequisites of learning God, so that you, like, you know how you get into a relationship and you don't really know how to handle the relationship because you don't know that much about yourself. So you fuck the whole relationship up because you fucking sabotaged it because you're insecure or some shit like that. Well, relationships are kind of like that, even with God, right? They're going to, like, they'll take a religion, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm Christian or I'm Muslim. And they'll be like, all right, they in the religion and shit. They don't know shit about the religion for real. And for some reason, it fucks up. You know what I mean? It fuck up and then boom, they fuck up. And then they're like, oh, I'm not Christian no more. I'm Muslim. It don't matter what you are, yo. Like, you know, God don't need your religion. Like, he don't need you to be, God is above religion. He don't need you to be that. He don't need you that. That's why believers are believers. He don't say Muslim believers and Christian. No, believers are believers. And I know it's going to be hard for people to understand that. I know there's going to be some people in Islam that's not going to be able to, they're going to be like, no, you got to be Muslim and stuff like that. And all right, that's cool for them to believe that. I took Islam. I'm Muslim because Allah made me Muslim, yo. I took Islam because Islam was the way that I learned the law, yo. And I wouldn't change it no matter what. But see, that's what I mean. That's the point. That's the point. I wouldn't change it no matter what. That's the point. See, because if I'm not going to make it Muslim, I ain't going to make it nowhere. No way. And people be like, they'll go to a different religion and be like, I find it more comfortable here and stuff like that. The only reason why they find it more comfortable here is because they have more people that have accepted them. They have more people, they fit in better. They got hide they bullshit a little bit better over there. But at the end of the day, Allah, he knows what's going on. He knows what's in your heart. He made you. So it doesn't matter like which approach you take. Religion is a direction. It's a language. It's how you talk to God. It's how you lift the veil between you and God. But if you don't have no sincerity or genuineness towards it, that fucking veil gonna stay there. I don't give a fuck if you fucking Jewish doing all types of fucking rituals. I don't give a fuck if you the niggas with the fucking little twisties and shit and the at the fucking Wailing Wall. You probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if you that. You never gonna get to him. Now, because there's so much idol worshiping on this earth now, I know why Allah sent me at this point. People worshiping, you know, celebrities, people worshiping just regular people getting money, people worshiping designer bags and shit like that. I saw a woman break down, pissed me off so bad this morning, I almost threw the remote at my TV, almost crashed the fucking screen. Because I'm watching a woman break down so happy over a Birkin bag or some shit like that. What? Really? This is where we at with it. But yet, when you hear the word God, or you think of God, and not the word God, because if you think of God, it's the same thing, the word of God, or whatever, however you want to take it, you ain't doing nothing. Or when you have a time to show your dedication or your genuineness towards God, like how you treat other people, you fail every time. See, because how you treat other people is what makes you a believer. It's not really your acts of worship and all that type of stuff. It's how you conduct yourself when you in times of high stress, or how you conduct yourself when you with other people or towards other people or people less than you. That's what makes you a believer. Now, I want to have a little game right now. I want to have a game saying, what would you do? All right. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. This doesn't have anything to do with you. This doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm going to use this as an example, right? I'm not going to say that I know the person that this person went through. Just know that this is a true story. All right. Boom. So let's play that game. What would you do, right? Let me say, what would you do if every person that you've ever been open with, honest with, invited them in your life, allowed them to share, precious moments with you, allowed them to meet your family, other people that you love. Every time they needed something, you were the person that they called. Every time, and I mean, I'm talking about for things like helping them move. I know that somebody don't even know what that is. You probably never moved before, but helping them move. Yeah, moving furniture. You're the only person there because the other friends wouldn't do it. Or taking them to get their license. Or during a custody battle. You there for them during a custody battle between them and their baby mom. You there to treat them to lunch, dinner after that, or whatever, to make sure that they cool. Every baby shower, you there. You don't even have a baby. Every fucking baby shower, you were there for all of them. Every friend. Every funeral, you was there. Sliding money off to their family for burials. Every time somebody was booked, you there, sliding money to their family, making sure that they was cool. What if you had to go experience sitting with their family, sitting with their moms, sitting with their pops, brothers and sisters, helping their sister move because he in jail. And that's not really even your friend for real. That's your friend's friend. But because, you such that type of person, this is the type of shit you would do. When other people tries to fuck their name up, even in front of them, you standing up for them. You not even in a position to stand up for people because you might be on parole, probation, some shit like that. If you let that thing go, you going to jail for real. You may not make it out ever. You got your own situations to deal with that are closer. But because you're at that position in that moment right then and there, you have to make those type of decisions. What do you do when those same people that you do all this stuff for set you up? Not just set you up with the police. Maybe one of them's done that. They'd say a couple of them done that. But set you up to get killed. Oh, not just that. A couple of them set you up to be robbed. Oh, not just that. Oh, no, because we don't know how many people's been through an experience of having a gun put in their face and been robbed. But Fuck your girl. Fuck your baby mom. Try to fuck your family. And even on one occasion, rob your family, your mom. Put you in a position with the police where the cops say to you, well, shit, we're going to take you, if you don't help us out, we're going to take you away. We're going to take your child away from you. You got guns in the house. You a shooter. You got drugs and guns all in the house. They tell your baby mom that they're going to take your child away from her because you're going to jail. But what you do? What do you do to those people? Do you seek revenge? Do you cut them off? Maybe you might not cut them off. Some people may not cut them off. I don't know. I don't know. This is not me. I don't want y'all to think it's me. This is not me. Now, let me not say that. Damn. I'm going to take that off because I don't even want to lie. Damn, I'm going to take that off. Anyway, what would you do? What would you do? Now, I'm going to put this out there that I don't want you to think that it is a possibility that it's not me. It's a possibility that I just seen it with my eyes. But what would you do? What would you do in that situation? How would you conduct your life after that? Every move you make after that. I want to see what y'all would say. I want to see what you would do. In all those situations, I want to see what you would do in each one. I want to see. I want to see what you do. How would you approach friendships after that? Oh, even better. How would you approach relationships after that? Because I got something even better than that. I got something even better than that. What would you do if after that, all those situations, you're very cautious on who you deal with because obviously you've been through a lot. This is some real shit. You've been through a lot, so you definitely very cautious on the women or men you deal with. Depending on what type of situation you like, men or women or whatever. But you know that eventually you want to settle down and all that. So you're going to want to experience what marriage is or something like that. So you pick someone you think displays a characteristics that is similar to yours, that is out the way, you know, you kind of not in the mix, you mean out the way, like, you know, you feel a little bit more comfortable in this situation. Someone as educated as you, maybe, or just share the same hobbies as you, and you You go through experiences with the person so that you can see if they're battle tested, see if they're ready for that level of commitment. You move in with them. Things is going pretty well. Decide to buy a house together. Big commitment. Pretty big commitment and all that. So, at this moment, you're paying all the bills. So you put a down payment on that at the same time as paying all the bills. And in the meantime, between all of that, that person sets you up too. But this one is better. Because this one, she was setting you up from the beginning. Where her whole intention was setting you up. Where it's not like you had a friendship, y'all have some type of falling out in between. Now the person wants to start harming you in some way and sabotaging your life because they're mad about something. Wrong. This person was planning into your life to destroy it. So every single step that was taken from the first day you was with that person to 3 years later, from moving from A to B to C to D, from one crib, from just dating to living together to buying a crib together. Each step was taken for you to have your life sabotaged. And then boom, at the end, surprise, motherfucker. Got your social security. So it was that surprise, yeah. So surprise, this person has your social security number, all other personal little things, because you were so much of a good person, a good friend, good man, whatever. That's just normal. That's who you are. You had shared accounts with the person. You paying all the bills, so the only person that benefits is you. I mean, it's that person. It doesn't benefit you. You ain't getting nothing out of her or him. But even more important, that person shared your life with you, right? So you're bringing them around maybe your children. So when that person set you up, they set them up too. You lost every piece of property you owned. In the case that they set you up on, is such a weird social case that you will lose all your friends. And this is called relational aggression. They would do something called relational aggression, where they will socially ostracize you in that way. Because, how else would you have your life destroyed like that? Right? Fully, right? No, because I'm just interested in seeing what society's idea of this is. What would you do? What would you do if it was you? If this happened to you, what would you do? What would be your next steps? Let's say 5 years later, you finally come out of jail after vindicating your name. What would you do? What would be your steps? Would you forgive the person that did this to you? Would you forget about it? Would you try to seek revenge or vengeance? Would you even tell anybody about it? Fearing ridicule on how you can how you could be put in that type of position. Because it's so interesting how somebody can lose so much, but yet be such a bad person, right? That person has to be a bad person, right? For somebody to do that to, right? Right? But if I know anything, bad people are not that open. They don't let people become that close, right? Right? I mean, right? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know, right? So what would you do? What would y'all do? What would y'all do if that was you? I'm interested in this, seeing how people are nowadays, since we do have, kind of a shift dynamically and all that with society. I'm interested in seeing how everybody, people, they so judgmental, right? But most of these people ain't got no pot to piss in the window to throw it out of to be judging anybody. But I would love to see what a person would say in that situation. What would you do? How would you handle that? Would you handle it? Would you say fuck it and kill yourself? I would respect that too. I would want to hear it. I don't know. So what would you do? So, that's just a little something. I figured I kind of wanted to run that by, because, one of the things that happened with Job was that happened to Job. He lost his health and everything. And he lost his whole family. Which that person that I'm talking about did. He lost all his friends. Friends betrayed him. All that. He lost his health, his wealth, everything. Ostracized by his community and all that because of his health. He had leprosy and all that. Job. And that story is in the Bible and in the Quran. It's the same story, verbatim. So I don't know if it's in the Quran. My fault. Maybe it's in Ibn Kathir, Story of the Prophets. Either way, it's in Islam and Christianity. So the reason why I'm asking is because Job, they did that to Job. Allah did let Job go through that just because the devil said that. It was like a what do you call it? It was like a competition or something, like some type of thing, like, yo, let me do this and see what happens. Like one of them type of joints, like, damn, that's a lot for somebody to go through just to see it happen. That kind of helps people understand that people do shit just off of just being narcissistic. I've seen people do shit just off of that. For whatever excuse they try to give, to me, is no excuse. But y'all, I guess y'all will tell me, right? Y'all will tell me. What would y'all do? But Job didn't just go through that. It was a lot of prophets that went through that. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as soon as he started, he was already a good man. As soon as he started teaching about Islam to people, he was ostracized by a community. Soon as Jesus wanted to teach shit, they crucified him. And then we at the sign of the times. It just seemed like society is just used to being pieces of shit. I'm going.